So it is my pleasure to welcome them. Please put your hands together to welcome our two speakers. Bienvenue au micro.
You may have seen me just leaning towards her. And I said, next time you send a bio, send a 2-minute one. It's a great honor for us to be with you here this morning. Same group of people that we were with last night? Yes, it was wonderful last night. Oh, this is the second group now. Yeah. So.
Yesterday we did 2 groups.
Oh yeah, yesterday we did 2 groups. And this evening we're planning on leaving to go to a wedding in Edmonton. So, and it's not even a long weekend. But being retired, it's always a long weekend. That's what you guys have to look forward to. Anyway, I'm going to say my prayer in Ojibwe. My traditional name is Nijasiganyo, which means 7 eagles, and I belong to the Bear Clan. I can go on about how I got that name, but it'll take longer than what he just did. Anyway, and I'm going to pray for guidance. I'm going to pray that the Creator looks on us with favor and guides us in today's events, and as well as to take care of those little ones that we left at home today, so that when we get back home, they're still well and happy. And as well, in my prayer, I refer to the four directions, the grandfathers that sit in those 4 directions, as well as those grandfathers that sit in between those 4 directions. And normally, when prayers are said, they'll just refer to the 4 directions, the grandfathers that sit at the 4 directions to guide us and all that sort of thing. When I was given ceremony to be able to do ceremony, I was told to include the grandfathers in between the 4 directions because they sit all around us, sort of thing. So, Mida shomano magabawiso kazo agene na ngechine ndaming iko chibiko wangu ma chibiga gikdo tamang jana keno tamang eni na wega makamegisi atagoma kanga gashkitu simen gabegi jikoma cha angje anisna jani ma jang kangu jani ai shang nongum kisha Mida shoma is bagosene megwek ni meshom sinanik and the sodani makabida samabia kambege gino ni meshom sinanik na koi and the sodani makabida samabia Gichinenda amenua mage geni no into ma be me anguma. Is en na come go ek ni mashom sinanik. Shko do go ma bi te kan mata biot wapske kan mata biot. And the so ki and ani make no gio kuma tigia ya to ma je ba ya to ma. Mi da she je ken da mangeni no de je chinenda manga skito angeni no chibu vici ang to ma. Chibiane kanot ma ang do an ma an injanya is sanikuma. Mida się bagosene megwek ni mashom sinanik. Chishawani mi ang kinamo ya. Chiwichi ang ani gwek chenya is chige ang ma anesna. Ijminen dagot ye chinen dagot ye oyan shna begano kita intoma. Aha mi gotstego.
Thank you. First of all, I'd like to welcome you all to Treaty 1 territory. It's always important that we do that. And Treaty 1 territory is more specifically the original landowners of this country that we call Turtle Island. And I personally welcome all the visitors, all the settlers that have been living here. And we have been given a tobacco offering, which is our traditional method of praying. We have 4 sacred medicines, and when we are asked to come and do a prayer or do a ceremony, we are given tobacco, and that is the right protocol, and I acknowledge the organizers for doing that and to recognize that, because that's how we have cultural understanding between one nation to another nation. I do the water ceremony, and I would encourage you, if you want to participate, to do so, but I'll explain what that is for. You know, I grew up in a family of 9 girls, and as a child, my mother and my grandmother always used to say, one day you're going to share this ceremony, this prayer, with people all around and those others. For a long time, I never knew who those others were. It wasn't until I became an older person I realized those others were people like yourselves. And my mother always used to say to us, it's our right as women, as life givers, to acknowledge that spirit of water and to rely on the Creator to bless in each every one of us and to ensure that all people all over the world have access to clean drinking water. Well, to this day, I still do this prayer, and I always think of my mother and my grandmother that used to, they were very knowledgeable, they were very wise, and even back then, 60, 80 years ago, they prayed for that water. And look at what's happening today. And all the more reason why we should get together as different cultural groups and to be able to honor that and respect that so that you learn as well. And I would encourage the women that are here to take that, to take this ceremony and go back to where you come from and say, I learned this in Treaty 1 territory. Because it's not mine to keep alone, it's for me to share. And I always tell my daughters, that we have 4 daughters, I always tell them, one day you're going to be doing this. And I never knew when that day was going to come. But I quickly found out that when my grandmother passed away, my mother took on that responsibility. Then when my mother passed away, I took on that responsibility. So the time will come when our daughters will step up and they will carry forth this tradition. Because we come from an oral tradition. And this is not something, you may find it on the internet, I don't know, maybe some new ager will put it on the internet, But for now, I just share. And I speak from the heart, and I always speak to the event. I pray to the event what it is for and why we do this. And it's to honor life, because water is life. So we always do that. And as I say my prayer in my language, I would encourage you to, if you wish to pray in your own way, that's fine. If you want to drink the water, that's fine too. But I will pray for each and every one of you and your paths and your strengths, and to have more strength, and to have guidance, and to be able to accept each other, one another, for our differences, and to be able to work together. And that is what I pray for, and of course, for life. That's what I pray for. So my traditional name is Tu Thunderbird Woman, Nishubine Sikwe, and I'm Bear Clan. So, and this is how we start our prayer. Nishubine Sikwe, Di Umakwa, Dode. Migarina Mase, Mawagi Mishimini Wanjib, Megaki Tutamanwenibe, Kachina and Dagotani Shwenibe, Mianishima went Dachiwa, Mimawanjib Matisian. Medashinung Kishaman to worship Senok, Wabande Shidam, Anin quick Tishiganundia, Anin quick Tishiganund, Umau, Pete Kayawat, and Bege we notches, Chinestainam what, Kahawatukat, with Yagdan Shnab and Anik. Ambegi apinuncia kakosiot, miziengo ashi kushinwat, ke dumagi no ke we don't get, ke we no anishka web machi work. But the sheno gumwega in a camera kumagagi, wek pite kamagayawat, ke we no chikentamwat, where gakchin and daukinibe, bege we no me majundinamwat, me chikinamo in dokia, aninjin sutamwat ye. Ambe wega mamubiot we, ke we no. Mino dea mati ni chia yawat, ambechi muchikituat. But the shia no gum kishamane to ogeshi bukasendamag, shaweni mishnam, wabandeshinam, quick mati siwen, ambege, chabanachi tiang, wega hikituang, anin jishigan obantiang. But the shia no kishamane to ogeshi bukasendamag no gagishigak, miigwets and dicket no gum gagishigak, and to all my relations. Miigwets, thank you. Thank you. Have a good gathering.